It's Alice and Jen, and you're on The Light Side of the Paranormal, one of your favorite kinds of videos.
A reaction video to Nuke's Top 5. Disclaimer, we are struggling. These are the chairs we always use, but they're declining at a rapid rate. They turn on their own, they go up and down on their own.
They have a forward tilt.
Yeah, I'm in a constant forward tilt, so it's like a fun house. So,
only professionalism, only the best.
all the time.
On the light side.
If you haven't heard, our slogan is good enough. So we are reacting to Nuke's Top 5. I wanted to do like Nuke's Top 5 scariest videos of the year. That video was over an hour long, and I think we've seen a good chunk of those videos. So possibly not a great video for us to make. So we are going back a little bit, a couple of weeks back to a video we haven't seen, which is top 10 scary ghost videos. Y'all gonna be scared. So
Hopefully.
yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. Shout out to Nuke's Top 5.
Hey Nuke, what's up?
Gotta go like their videos, their channel, follow their channel, because without their compilations, this video wouldn't happen, and we wouldn't be having this good time watching these videos and getting spooked.
With all of you.
Okay, so now that you're back, you went and did all those things, or you didn't because you already do follow them and like the videos, so let's just get right into it. Are you ready?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna fix my chair. Oh yes.
All right, now, are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay.
I heard that too.
Artist Susie Solmori says that her family lives in a very haunted house in England. The house, which was built in 1902, still contains strange items left by its former owners. But weirdest of all, on the third floor, there is a very strange painting that was left there by a previous tenant. Susie says that this painting is the most haunted object in the entire house. She says that often her young niece carries on long, eerie conversations with the spirit, quote, Gilbert, who she says inhabits the painting.
What I heard? I heard that. I'm not stupid, I'm very smart. I'm the smartest kid in class. Oh, not really.
Does that mean that he called her stupid?
Do I keep it? Okay. I'm tired. I'm hungry.
That's right, turning my phone.
It could get cold. You can't touch cold stuff. But I'm warm.
One day, Susie and her brother asked her niece about the spirit, Gilbert.
Did you like him?
Yeah. Gilbert's like one of my best friends.
Where did he come from?
I don't know. I think the man that used to live here painted it.
Oh,
Is he
choice
still
to put
friendly?
it over her face.
Does he speak to you?
Yeah.
What does he say?
Because I don't pray.
And this is the point when things take an even creepier turn. Because Susie does some investigating and manages to find an old picture and some info about her family home. What she discovers is downright creepy.
Here is a photo of the house from 1916, and it was built in 1902. This will be the first or one of the first families to live in this house. As you can see, there are 6 people present in the photo. Looking at the English census records, I found that the father would be called John, the mother was called Maud. Next to on the balcony, here's a daughter, Dorothy. The birth of a little boy called Gilbert was also registered here in 1911. So he would be about 5 or 6 in this photo. I'm unsure why he's not with the rest of his family in the photo. What they did to him. Just have an overwhelming feeling that something really terrible happened to him at the hands of his own family.
Okay,
The
wait,
weirdest
I
part
have
is
to
that this
pause.
is where the sun painting is situated in the house. That's his room.
Things around the house.
Okay, wait, sorry. I just have to point out that I find it strange that the painting is like, seems very new.
Yeah, like it's not faded. Like that was a very long time ago. The photo was in black and white. But the painting or
It looks brand new.
yeah.
I don't know, it looks very modern and bright, and I wouldn't have guessed it was that old.
Get even weirder as one day when Susie is home alone, She starts to hear banging noises coming from upstairs. She grabs her phone and films as she goes to investigate.
So dark.
Yeah.
There's banging coming
ring
from
light?
inside the playroom where Gilbert's painting hangs. But when she looks inside, there's nothing there. Cut to another night, and as Susie goes upstairs, she again sees her niece doing something a little strange in the third floor playroom. The girl is prying away at the floorboards while singing, "You Are My Sunshine." And remember that the spirit Gilbert is said to inhabit an old painting of the sun.
It has a nose piercing.
Coincidence? Maybe.
It reminds me of
After
a
the girl has
temporary
gone to
tattoo
bed,
from
Susie
like
and her brother go back upstairs
2000
to
or like
investigate the
98.
area of the floor
Like
that her
that
niece
era.
was picking at. What they find makes their blood run cold. Looks like it comes up.
Like you would notice that that came up that easily. Also, that's their flooring.
Yeah.
It's like,
Kind of looks like subflooring more than. It could have been placed in there really easily. Oh, I hate to be so skeptical.
oh, it says the name Gilbert on it. Oh, that
It's a Ouija
reveal.
board.
That reveal was very. Oh, wait.
It's a Ouija board.
It's the sun on the Ouija board. Is it not? Man,
Oh, it's very similar. It doesn't have like it's not like punked out like the other one.
Underneath the floor,
It's
there's
very
an old
similar.
Ouija board with a picture of the sun that looks very similar to the haunted Gilbert painting. So is there a spirit named Gilbert haunting the third floor playroom of Susie's old house? And is the spirit sending messages through Susie's young niece? Let me know what you think.
I really find that the incidents with the child, her niece, really interesting and really compelling. Those, in my opinion, are the most believable parts of this video. Do I think Gilbert painted that painting? I don't. But do I think that it's possible that there was like Gilbert haunting that room and then someone else painted that painting and then he had an attachment to it or something, took a liking to it? That's possible in my opinion.
It seemed like they bought it from the original owners, right? Because they're like, there was stuff still left in the house. But I feel like that wouldn't be the case because they weren't super young in that photo. This would make more sense to me if somebody else, like maybe in the late 90s, owned this house, found this Ouija board, used it, got into contact with this Gilbert, and scratched his name on the back, or it scratched its name on the back, and then made this painting for him, ties the Ouija board to the painting, right, the sun and the sun, and then Gilbert was the son of the original owners.
Yes,
Maybe
yeah.
they contacted them.
Not just S-U-N, but S-O-N.
Anyway, I don't know.
There's a lot of layers to this. Like, I'm not saying that there's nothing going on here. There really could be something going on here. We don't know for sure. It's very clearly real to her and her family. So I will respect that. And I think that I'm not ready to just write it off as nothing, but I think that like maybe some of the details
Yeah,
are a little misconstrued.
yes, I think like looking at that floor, I don't think that painting would hold up the way it did. And the nose ring is very telling.
Yeah, I feel like the nose ring is telling of the
Like
time.
90s and older.
Yeah.
Or more recent, I should say. 90s and to more recent.
I love that we kind of broke that down to
We
the
could
degree
be
that we
totally
did.
wrong. We're like way off, but we're like, no, this seems right. Okay, we'll go with that.
Up on the housetop,
Click,
An
click.
urban explorer checks out a group of small abandoned buildings in the middle of nowhere, deep in the woods of Poland. Eventually, it gets too dark to explore, and he decides to leave. But hanging around till after dark seems to have been a terrible mistake.
Oh,
There's definitely a person up there.
just full on standing.
It's giving Michael Myers for some reason.
Oh,
It looks like blue mechanic jumpsuit, white mask.
Someone can be seen chasing the now panicking
oh
urban
yeah.
explorer.
Yeah, you're right.
And whoever it is seems to have come from right off the goddamn roof. The urban explorer runs off into the woods to escape. But whoever this strange person is now seems to be following him.
I mean, you can definitely see with that light
Yeah, like,
exactly where you are.
does that not look like Michael Myers?
It does. It also kind of looks like it's like floating. Like it's very fluid movements. And completely unfazed by the fact that it's walking directly into us. Oh my god.
Whoa.
I don't like that. That's less paranormal, more real life person scary.
Yes, I don't believe this is a ghost. I think this is a horrifying human being that is alive. Oh, darted. Oh, yeah.
I hate that. Yeah, that's probably somebody like living in one of those houses.
They didn't want to be seen.
Thankfully, the urban explorer makes it home safe and shares his footage
Full
on
on
YouTube.
roof.
Why were they up there to
Curious
begin
viewer points
with?
out just how pale the unknown stranger seems to be.
It looks like a Michael
Another
Myers.
viewer claims that they too have visited the abandoned buildings and that they also saw this same creepy man. Either way, this strange guy swooping down from the roof to chase the urban explorer away is truly creepy. And it seems like something right out of a horror movie.
Yeah, literally.
Specifically Halloween.
Yeah. You would be counting your lucky stars you got out of there alive.
Sometimes we get comments from people telling us that they want us to explore abandoned locations and things, but a lot of the time these abandoned buildings are inhabited by unhomed people or just people like crashing
Just
or
because they're
whatever.
not knowingly occupied doesn't mean they're not occupied.
Yes, and so this person was probably like, I'm gonna make a sick video of this exploration. Like, clearly this house is very decrepit and everything, but surprise, surprise, there was someone there, and they were not happy to be crept up on like that.
I feel like this person is like living in these buildings. Maybe many people are living in these buildings, but they've got some type of like Michael Myers mask and they use it to scare away people so that people will leave them alone.
Right, I would never go back personally.
No.
So it's working.
Yep.
Dang. In conclusion, don't think it's paranormal. Scary
Still
as hell.
scary.
Ibby and the kitty. TikTok user Ibby is recording a cute video for cats late one night when something happens that she still just can't explain.
What?
Oh.
That was
One of
weird.
Ibby's cats goes behind the curtains, then turns around and seems to disappear right into the floor.
What?
Now, I'm not even entirely sure what's going on
I don't
here
think that's her
myself,
cat.
because even when this footage is brightened, it's hard to find any explanation
cat
as to why
is still in there.
that cat
Yeah,
just
it looks like her cat
disappeared.
goes behind the curtain.
Unfortunately,
something else
Ibby
comes
didn't
out.
share much about the strange video, but all of her cats seem to be safe and accounted for. So just what is this?
A soot
I'll
sprite.
leave it up to
Yeah.
you.
That's
That
gotta
was
be
so weird.
That's gotta be some type of like camera glitch or something. Some glare from like going under the curtain. There's gotta be something outside that's like shining. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, clearly the floors were really shiny, and I don't know personally, like, exactly how that would.
I don't have an explanation for it, but I bet you there's one. And that's all you get.
the cat goes behind the curtain, but then suddenly the eyes just,
Fell out.
yeah, like whoops.
Rolled across the floor.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Gross.
Sorry.
The Ghost at Granny's. Italian YouTube user Simone Botte says that his grandmother has been experiencing strange, unexplainable events.
Oh, I was
in her
picturing it
home.
being the grandma.
She says that her TV turns on by itself, windows open on their own, and creepiest of all, she often hears unexplained voices from somewhere in her house. Even though he's a bit skeptical of his grandmother's claims, Simone agrees to spend the night at her house while she's away. He's not really expecting to experience much of anything, but then he also begins to hear creepy sounds from somewhere in the house. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Allora, sono a casa di mia nonna. Allora, non so se sentite, praticamente sono a casa di mia nonna da solo e non so se sentite, ci sono un sacco di rumori che vengono da
He looks so much like a friend of mine. It's funny.
I was wondering why you were smiling.
Because I'm picturing it being this being my friend and I can't not laugh. Sorry.
Vabbè, qui ho chiesto. No, vabbè, la luce va.
Red flag number 1.
Simone discovers that for some reason the lights upstairs don't seem to be working. So he grabs a flashlight and slowly climbs the stairs in search of the creepy sounds.
A parte che c'è un gran rumore di vento e mi sto cagando in mano solo per voi. E quindi...
Brave going upstairs in the dark?
Did they say the granny wasn't home?
Yeah, she asked me.
Adesso
I
sì,
don't know when she was.
cioè, ha smesso tutto.
That's interesting. If you're banging, there's somebody loudly
Ragazzi, mi sto cagando.
running around the building.
A fart.
Oops, sorry.
C'è aperta la finestra da sola.
Ooh.
No, va bene.
His poor grandma's been just like quietly going through this mess.
No, vabbè.
Like-
No, vabbè.
Oh,
Simone is completely alone in the house, but he hears a window and closet door open by themselves. Simone slowly begins to realize that everything that his grandmother has been complaining about is now happening right
For the poor
in front
girl.
of him.
No, vabbè, ragazzi, io sono terrorizzato, ma proprio nel...
oh, the light.
Yeah, I'm staring at that.
I got chills.
Direi che vado via, perché nei film consiglio sempre questa cosa qua. Quindi non sono più stupido. No, ti giuro, vi giuro non riesco neanche a parlare oggi perché praticamente...
This is like a horror movie.
Aspetta.
Found footage.
Oh no, il letto è fatto.
Oh, it made the bed.
Il letto...
What?
I mean,
Gli sportelli sono
That's nice.
aperti.
It's kind of them.
oh my god, don't go in the closet. We've seen The
E il
Conjuring.
letto... Cioè prima il letto non era così.
That's weird.
Era...
There's a little
Non ho la
drafty
voce,
by the
però
window.
giuro.
It's the goosebumps.
Non ho la voce.
Can you imagine there's just the form of a person under the bedding?
Sorry. Sorry, it was to the side.
Mi sembra il caso di...
Sorry, I definitely thought there was a lump in that bed, like a person. Sorry. Is there somebody there?
Il vaso,
I'm invested.
il vaso non era lì.
What?
That face was absolutely like no.
Like, if you think
I would
about
just
it, like,
friggin' punt that downstairs.
this spirit that's with
Just
her
as
grandma
Simone
is
is
making
about
her
to
bed
leave,
and bringing her
he hears
flowers.
movement
That's kind
from
of
his grandma.
sweet.
What if it's her husband?
Oh,
And it's terrifying, but also, honey, don't cut the lights.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Your grandma's gonna fall down the stairs.
Yeah.
He's like, join me.
Oh,
Sorry.
no. Oh, that's so dark. This is his grandma.
Sorry. Okay.
His bedroom. He goes to take a look inside
Like,
and
that's
discovers
weird.
that the bed covers are now neatly arranged, as if someone came in and made the bed. Also, the doors of all the cabinets are open. Suddenly, the doors move again, and Simone decides to just get out of there. But inexplicably, a vase is now moved to the top of the stairs.
Adesso se mi avessi, cioè, ha smesso tutto.
Oh, it was still on the stairs before, but not in the middle.
To the
It's a
side.
hazard.
Yeah.
Just then, Simone hears more movement
There's
from the
more?
guest bedroom. He decides to take a look inside. And what happens next is downright chilling.
I'm in a jump scare screaming kind of mood. I didn't see
I couldn't
anything.
see anything.
I gotta see it now. Replay, replay, replay.
Did you see it?
No.
For a split second, a dark shadow can be
Oh!
moving towards Simone as he looks
What?
inside the room.
I didn't see
He
that.
freaks out and just
Like
makes
in
a
real
run
time.
for it. And with that, he decides to stay away from the house
Weird.
for the rest of the night.
This poor
Over the
granny.
next 7 months,
Oh.
Simone and his grandmother discovered that the strange paranormal activity in her house might be linked to an old scarf that she won at a church raffle.
Oh.
Simone says that with his grandmother's permission, he threw away the scarf and that the strange activity in her house has now completely stopped.
What?
I need to know more about the scarf. You'd be like, all this crazy shit's happening because of the scarf. So we got rid of it. The end.
How did they even think?
Yeah, like I want to know how they got to the process of this scarf. Like,
Yeah.
who died? Whose scarf is this? Like, there's a lot left out. I feel like I believe it, and I think that if we knew the story about the scarf, it would make me believe it even more.
We are extremely invested, and now we need more details about the conclusion that they came to with the scarf.
And now the scarf is just gone.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna find that in a landfill, and it's gonna be The Conjuring Part 2.
I'm sad to think that the granny was like living with that for so
Yeah,
long.
everyone's probably like, yeah, it's fine. And then she's like,
She's
well,
just
you
getting
stay here
dementia.
then. Yeah.
And then meanwhile, yeah.
Just avoiding obstacles in the dark at night and like,
You know,
oh my
lights are
God.
being cut and her stuff's being messed with. It was interesting. I do like the husband theory though, and I want to point out that I noticed when we got a little look into the wardrobe, it kind of looked like veteran-esque
Oh, really?
male clothing was in there. So it makes me curious if there was a tie to that. But that wouldn't make sense with the scarf theory. And if they got rid of the scarf and then all the activity stopped, maybe.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's really fascinating. That was really entertaining, and I'm glad that she can find peace in her home again. Which also, like, sidebar, if the person who got rid of the scarf was getting rid of it because they were having paranormal experiences,
At
and they're
the
like,
church.
F this scarf, they're like, I'm gonna give it to my church.
Yeah.
Like,
Some lucky church patron is gonna get the haunt of a lifetime.
yeah.
Ride of a lifetime. Gustavo Alcaraz from Mazatlan, Mexico is celebrating his 10th birthday with his family in a small amusement park. After gathering his courage, the young boy goes on a roller coaster for the very first time. A total of 8 people get on the roller coaster, all Gustavo's family. His proud mother sits in the front and records a video of Gustavo's first roller coaster ride.
Oh, he looks
But
so
her camera
happy.
catches something that Gustavo and his family simply can't explain. Something truly chilling.
I saw nothing. Did you
There's
see
just
something?
an empty back of the roller coaster.
Okay. Was there somebody in it?
I thought it was empty at first.
Maybe there will be later.
Sí, son 3 vueltas, son 5 o 6 vueltas.
Oh. I mean,
Kind of looked like maybe there was something in there.
but they went slower on like, you can just totally just jump in there.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a person back there now. Oh, that's 100% a person back there now.
But they went slow through across the entrance. I've seen like people who work there jump in the back of rides.
Really?
Yeah.
On a moving roller coaster?
Yeah.
They'll just hop in?
Well, I mean, it's a slow ride.
Yeah, that's totally a person.
Yeah.
What?
That's a slow ride though. That's all I think it is. Unless it's gone now. Nope, it's gone now.
Let's see.
I'm getting car sick.
Really? Oh yeah, it looks empty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
You see, none of Gustavo's family got in the last cart on the roller coaster, and it's empty for most of the ride. But during the second lap, someone or something seems to appear out of thin air. The figure is hardly noticeable at first, but then it seems to transform into a solid person, seemingly wearing all black and sitting all alone. Now, the roller coaster has not stopped a single time to allow for a person to get on or off. So just who or what is this? Now, what makes this capture even creepier is that years ago, 2 people lost their lives on a larger roller coaster that stood on the same land. After the tragic accident, that roller coaster was condemned and dismantled. It was replaced by this smaller, safer, family-friendly ride.
Oh.
So could this be the
one
spirit
that
of
they
one of
were
the
on.
victims
Well, it's
of
definitely
the
not the one they
older
were on,
roller
'cause
coaster
that one's
accident?
yellow and red.
Are they doomed to loop this track?
This was the replacement
over
roller coaster,
and
right?
over?
That they're
Yeah.
on?
Let me know what you think.
But he just showed this. He's like
No
replaced
room.
by this replacement roller coaster. It was blue and red. See?
Oh, like there's no yellow on it.
No.
Oh.
Hang
Unless
on.
that's just a stock image? I don't know.
I forget where it was. At a Midway, I think, or something like that. And we were going through like the carts of like the haunted house things or whatever. Of course, it's not this fast. But the person ahead of us got in their car, and it's like a constant moving car. It just goes a little bit slower, you jump in, and then it keeps going or whatever. So the person jumped in, and their car was going. We got in our car, and at the last second, one of the actors came out behind, and they didn't see him, and he jumped in the back seat of their car, and they didn't
to
know.
scare them.
And then halfway through, he was like in between them, and
Whoa!
they were screamed bloody murder.
Oh,
But
that's so
like
cool.
he did jump in, but I don't know what the purpose of this is. I don't know. And it didn't slow down as much as I thought it did. So I don't know. That was my first impression because I've literally seen something like that go down. But
That's fair that you would think that, especially having that experience. The thing for me is, if someone did hop in, and if that did happen, to then hop out once it's, because it goes faster every lap.
unless they
The
were
fact
just
that
like
it
crouched
disappeared
down,
again?
but I think you'd still see it.
Yeah, like it looked like a pretty,
Well, the fact that people did pass away in that one spot, interesting.
very fascinating. Oh, it's so creepy. I really liked that.
I don't know if I have a definitive answer for what I think, but it's interesting.
I'm believing it.
No room at the inn. Popular Japanese ghost hunter Shiro from the YouTube channel Kuro Shiro Channel is joined by his friend Kei to investigate an abandoned inn in the mountains of Japan. The inn was partially destroyed by a typhoon in 1982. The creepy inn is said to be haunted by the ominous spirit of a woman who is known to linger around room number 208. In an attempt to capture evidence of the paranormal, Shiro decides to leave a static camera recording outside of room 208 while he and his friend explore the rest of the inn. Without them knowing, the camera captures something downright creepy. Something can be seen moving behind a decaying old Japanese sliding door.
Why didn't
Two
we see that
investigators have
originally?
no idea what they just captured.
Yeah,
so
I didn't
they
see that
decide
at all
Tay should
originally.
go and stay in room 208. Shiro heads off to explore the basement, so Tay is left completely alone upstairs in room 208. Suddenly something happens that chills him to his core.
見えるとか見えそう本当になんか聞こえたしまってなんか白がなんかやってんのか
Weird, it kind of looked like
The poncho.
the same thing.
It's got like a rain poncho on, I think.
ないよな何なんかさ触れた
Ooh, that's the worst. Oh,
Oh, interesting. Some black something.
やばいどうしようしろ
The investigator is touched by something that
see
he
the thin
can't
white
see,
shadow.
and he just makes a run for it. When looking back at the footage, it's clear that there's a dark shadow that seems to reach out and touch him, even though Tay says that he didn't see anyone or
that's
anything
weird.
at the time. Then whatever this is seems to follow Tay, this
Okay,
time
there it
appearing
is.
as a pale figure
like a mist
caught by
kind
the
of-
static camera pointed at room 208. When the two investigators finally
Yeah,
find each
eerie.
other again, Shiro decides that it's time to grab their equipment and just head home. So did their cameras capture the ghost of the woman who is said to haunt the abandoned inn? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
I'm getting vibes of like overlapping timelines.
Ooh.
Like, remember the very first thing that you saw through that rip in the
Yeah.
screen? It looked so much like the rain poncho. And then shortly after that, Tay walks behind that screen and
Yeah, it
you
looks like
see
that.
that it's like a repetition. And then that thin white shadow that they were talking about, it also kind
Yeah.
of looked like when Tay was standing in that same spot earlier. Like overlapping timelines. I don't know about the black shadow. Like it was subtle, but it was definitely there. But maybe that has to do with the timeline too. I don't know. But that was really fascinating to me. That's what I think was happening there.
And I don't think that was them in the poncho, the first, like through the hole, only because when it is them, when they're back there, it's, I guess maybe the camera focuses through and you can see more of that room.
Right.
But when they're not there, it's all black.
Yes.
So I feel like you would be able to see, it would look very clear like it is when they're back there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yes. Like
But
it's,
it wasn't. It was just like a white through the hole and that was it.
yeah.
Interesting.
Like an energy stain or like an echo of something that was there previously or something that was to come, depending on how the timeline worked out. I don't
Sounds like a cool movie.
$1 million idea, baby. Let's go.
Copyright.
Yeah. Don't steal it.
It's probably in your brain because you've seen something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
It already exists.
A scare at the Airbnb. Imogene from Alberta, Canada is spending the night at an Airbnb with a friend and her little dog Rosie. Suddenly, Rosie just starts
Little
freaking
Tom.
out at what seems like nothing.
Is there a ghost? Is there a ghost? Yeah?
Why is she saying that?
Where's the ghost?
I don't know, because when dogs start barking at nothing, people are like, there's a ghost.
Where? Where is it?
It is weird that the dogs are looking like that.
Imogene jokes that the dog is barking at a ghost, and her friend is a little freaked out by the dog's creepy, crazy
It's a
orange
big reaction.
eyeshine in the camera. But then things take a very bizarre turn.
Oh!
What the fuck?
Suddenly, the little dog makes a run for it, and a creepy dark shadow seems to reach out for her.
Oh, like
Emma says
swatting.
that she has no idea just what this strange shadow could be, and she
But then
now believes
she
that
goes
the
back.
Airbnb might
The
actually
dog
be
goes back to
haunted
sniff
after
that
all.
one spot. See?
Oh yeah, right after. Like what the
Why'd they
heck was
cut
that?
out? Yeah.
What the fuck?
Pets truly have a special sense.
Oh yeah, trust your pets.
Absolutely. Like, there was no denying that that dog was very troubled by something and freaked out and scared. But that shadow, and you're right, the most validating part was cut a little bit short, and that's the fact that in the exact spot where that swat happened,
And
it went back to investigate.
it's funny because it almost like the second time I watched it, it looked like a shadow from like somebody back here doing that. Do you know what I mean? Where it would like cast down here. Sorry, you can't see me. Like if you were going like this, but it would cast on the floor over here. But to like line that up and do that, like to fake it right at the right spot where the dog is, like so hard. But then for the dog to go back and sniff where it was,
That's
it
strange.
can't be that.
That's cool. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
The Ghost of Passengers Past. This next creepy video was recorded by a bus driver in Santiago, Chile. The bus driver is completely alone in a parked bus, about to start her shift at 8 a.m. in the morning. But she suddenly realizes that she might not be as alone as she thought.
Corre el tiempo. Hay un pasajero sentado en el asiento que va solo, al lado de la puerta. Nos movemos. Y no hay nadie.
What?
El pasajero fantasma. ¿Cachan?
They said the camera footage is
Sigue
live.
sentado.
How do we know for sure that it's live?
Yeah,
Y las
that's
cámaras
my
están
thought.
paradas. Siguen moviéndose. ¿Habrá sido alguien que se murió ahí sentado? ¿Quién me va?
A security camera live feed shows a young passenger is seated next to the window behind the bus driver. But when she turns to look, there's no one there. The bus driver wonders if she might be witnessing a real paranormal event. Unfortunately, the video cuts right there, and it was reposted to the internet without a name or source. So was it a ghost, or just a very strange camera glitch? I leave that up to you to decide.
If that camera feed is live, that's crazy paranormal activity right there, but it's just so hard because we don't know for sure.
If that is live,
Like, that's
she's
all-
calm.
Right, and she's like laughing and stuff. So it's
Yeah, and it's not even like scary. It's just like some modern guy sleeping. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, like fascinating.
It's not paranormal enough for me to be like, oh my god.
Yeah, I wish that there was a way that they could have proved that it was actually live.
Is there a chance that she's picking up some type of feed from the bus that was next to her? Because wasn't she right next to another bus?
Oh, I didn't notice.
Maybe I'm just making that up in my head.
It's
someone-
interesting.
Maybe they're connected. Like the bus is like, I don't know. Maybe this is a different bus's feed that got kind of intertwined with hers.
Maybe.
I don't know. I
Anything
don't
is
know.
possible. It's cool though.
Watch closely. Urban explorer Jimmy
Okay.
Jimenez has traveled to an abandoned ghost town somewhere in the mountains of Mexico.
I love that these
He
are from
stumbles
all over
upon
the
an
world.
empty
Yeah,
and
that
seemingly
makes it really
barricaded
interesting.
house and decides to take a look inside. While exploring, he doesn't really find anything that strange, just an abandoned house covered in dust and dirt. But while his back is turned,
Did I just see a nudie
something
mag?
happens that makes
Really?
you wonder
I
if
didn't
the
see
house
it.
was barricaded for a reason. Something truly chilling. Watch closely.
Oh, sorry.
That's a doll,
freaked
probably.
me out. Yeah. Still got me. Oh, isn't there a well like inside their house? That dog barking doesn't sound like it's too far away. Is that gonna be moved in a minute?
It was kind of a nudie, Meg. There was a guy in a Speedo.
Yeah. See?
Good eyes. You were watching closely. Oh, isn't that the chair? Oh no.
It was over there. I saw it. It looked like it was sitting up. Yeah. Does he not even notice?
He didn't seem phased at all.
No. He doesn't notice at all. No
When
extra
Jimmy
long
enters the old
look there
abandoned
either.
house, a
That would
dog
make
can
me
be seen
think.
lying face
Right.
down on a chair in the corner of the entrance. But when he returns later to the entrance, the doll
That's so
is now
creepy.
seated upright, facing Jimmy as if watching him. The explorer is completely unaware of
The
what
doll
has
in itself
happened,
is creepy.
and he leaves the house oblivious to what he just captured. Now, it should be mentioned that this footage has 0 cuts. You can watch it yourself on Jimmy's YouTube channel. Except for a stray dog barking in the background and the sound of Jimmy's own movements, no other footsteps or motion can be heard. So it's a complete mystery as to how this doll could have moved. Could it be that something terrible happened in this house? Is the doll perhaps a warning for Jimmy to leave? Let me know what you think.
Interesting. I'm just curious if I knew. What did you say? I don't know.
Something about disappear.
No.
What's the new part?
The Alexa just started going off over here. So if you are new to our channel, we're filming this in the end,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If you're new here, we're filming this in Alice's haunted hair salon. And when we got here tonight, we got here to film this reaction. Stuff always happens when we're here. We got here to film this reaction and stuff started happening, and the Alexa turned on over there when we didn't ask it to, and we heard footsteps running around. I thought I saw somebody over there. Your phone went from like 100 to 0.
Yeah. It's been a weird night. It's been a weird
Yeah.
night. And arguably, like, that song is one of Linkin Park's, like, darkest, saddest songs. But I thought when...
It said something at first.
Yeah, like when she was, like, announcing what song was coming, it sounded like something, blah, 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 shadows.
I think it said disappear. No?
Oh, weird. I did say that.
Yeah.
Why was I thinking shadows now?
I don't know.
That feels like some type of weird, like, psychic download that I
Yeah.
didn't want.
Yeah. It's always that room. We might have to do a little...
Cleanse.
I was gonna say a little spirit box session
Like,
after this.
saging our bodies before we leave?
Yeah. Maybe we'll film another video right after this, so if you're curious, stay tuned. We'll do a little update on all the stuff that's been going on, and maybe toss a spirit box on, see what happens. This is the last video. Let's just get through this.
Okay.
Visitor.
Try not to look over
Sandra
there.
Crocker from Lincoln, Nebraska wakes up one
Lincoln,
morning to find a
Nebraska?
strange
Lincoln
notification from
Park.
her Ring doorbell camera. The notification says that someone was at her door at around 3:30 in the morning. When she checks the footage, she is shocked.
Just like a person in a white pants, black top.
Something can be seen that seems to exit Sandra's house at 3:24 a.m. The
The bag.
unrecognizable
Just
figure
kidding.
appears small and wide at first, but then as it disappears around the corner, it seems to have grown in size and is now dark as night. Some have even suggested that it looks like the dark figure of a woman walking away in an old tight
Yeah,
dress.
holding her dress. Yeah, that's totally what I
Now,
saw.
Sandra doesn't know what to make of the footage.
That's the crinoline
So,
underneath.
what do you think this could
That's like the white crinoline underneath your dress. Totes.
be? Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please
I have
subscribe and turn on
chills.
Me
notifications.
too, I have goosebumps. That was so good. Oh, Nuke. Getting us the good stuff.
That was good. That was totally what that was. Like, you know, when you pull up your dress, it looks like
Yes.
the crinoline as she's like walking down the stairs.
And
But you
then
don't
she's
see the
got-
top.
Yeah.
Then you see it after.
Oh, that's so creepy and good.
Weird. I liked that
Me
one.
too. Wow, this was so great.
As
This was
usual,
so much fun. I
Nuke
missed
delivers.
doing this. Yes. We hope that you guys missed it too. Boop that like button to show us that you want us to keep reacting to Nuke's Top 5. And comment down below what your deliberations were. Do you think that they are real or a hoax? What are your general comments? We love conversing with you and going over everyone's theories with you in the comment section. But as always, just keep it respectful, all right?
And if you're not already following us on Instagram, go over and follow us at TLS_paranormal. And until next time,
Live your life with love and light.
and keep on creeping on. Bye.